Have you ever heard of an emergency call so bizarre it left even the most seasoned firefighters scratching their heads? One chilly evening in a quiet British suburb, a woman frantically dialed the fire department, convinced her cat was possessed and trapped inside her washing machine. As the fire brigade arrived, they found the homeowner in a state of sheer panic, clutching a crucifix and muttering prayers. The officers cautiously approached the humming appliance, half expecting a scene from a horror movie. To their surprise, upon opening the washing machine, they found a very wet but perfectly normal cat, its eyes wide with confusion but no signs of malevolent possession. The firefighters managed to calm the woman, explaining that her cat had likely climbed into the machine seeking warmth, and reassured her that there was no supernatural explanation. This peculiar call remains a topic of amused discussion at the firehouse, a testament to the unpredictable nature of their duty. Have you ever heard of an exploding tree? One summer evening, in a small town in Ohio, the local fire brigade received a frantic call about just that. The caller described loud cracking noises and sap shooting out like a geyser. Racing to the scene, the firefighters prepared for the worst, envisioning a potential forest fire or some bizarre chemical reaction. Upon arrival, they found the tree indeed leaking profusely, but there was no imminent danger. After a closer inspection, the mystery unraveled. The tree's sap had built up pressure due to an internal fungal infection. Once the pressure exceeded the tree's capacity, it burst out dramatically, creating the illusion of an explosion. The firefighters couldn't help but chuckle at the unusual but harmless phenomenon, which turned into one of the most memorable, and oddly amusing, calls they've ever responded to. Have you ever wondered what strange calls firefighters might receive? One evening, a call came in about a fire in the sky, leading to the discovery of a rare, vivid sunset that had alarmed the caller. The sky was ablaze with hues of orange, pink, and purple, creating a spectacle so intense that it was mistaken for a massive fire. The fire brigade rushed to the scene, sirens blaring, only to find themselves gazing at nature's breathtaking light show. As they stood there, bemused yet relieved, the caller sheepishly apologized, explaining that they had never seen such an extraordinary sunset before. This incident, though benign, highlights the unpredictable and often surreal nature of emergency calls, reminding us that sometimes, even the most routine jobs can be touched by moments of unexpected wonder. Have you ever heard of a fire brigade being called out to rescue a hamster? In 2008 in Northolt, London, an unusual call came through to the local fire station. A frantic pet owner dialed 999, claiming her beloved hamster had gotten trapped under the floorboards. Firefighters arrived expecting some sort of emergency, only to find the small rodent had chewed its way into a tight spot. The firefighters, undeterred by the unconventional nature of the rescue, pried up the floorboards and used a tiny camera to locate the hamster. With a delicate touch and a lot of patience, they managed to coax the frightened pet out to safety, much to the relief and gratitude of its owner. This strange yet heartwarming incident highlights the lengths to which emergency services will go to help, even when the victim is a tiny, whiskered creature in a domestic predicament. Have you ever wondered what strange calls the fire brigade receives? Imagine the bewilderment of firefighters in London when they were summoned to rescue a squirrel trapped on a roof. The call came from a distressed homeowner who claimed the tiny creature had been stranded for hours, unable to find a way down. The brigade, accustomed to blazing infernos and life-threatening emergencies, was now faced with a much smaller, yet equally challenging rescue. As the firefighters arrived, they quickly set up a ladder and coaxed the frightened squirrel into a safe container, bringing it back down to the ground. The incident, while far from the usual flames and smoke, showcased the brigade's dedication to all forms of rescue, no matter how peculiar. It was a heartwarming reminder that their duty extended beyond human lives, touching even the smallest of creatures in need. Have you ever wondered what bizarre calls fire brigades receive? One eerie night, a firefighter's routine shift took an unexpected turn when a frantic call came through. The voice on the other end was trembling, insisting on an alien invasion that had filled the night sky with dazzling lights. The dispatcher, trying to calm the terrified man, asked for more details. As fire trucks raced to the scene, they expected anything from a hoax to a real threat. But upon arrival, the mystery quickly unraveled. The alien invasion was, in fact, a spectacular meteor shower casting an ethereal glow across the heavens. The relieved yet embarrassed caller could hardly believe his eyes, as celestial bodies streaked through the atmosphere, painting a mesmerizing tapestry of light. The firefighters, accustomed to battling flames, found themselves momentarily captivated by the cosmic show, a rare pause in their relentless duty to protect. Have you ever wondered about the strangest calls the fire brigade has ever received? Imagine the bewilderment of firefighters in Hampshire, England, when they received a frantic call from a concerned citizen, not about a fire, but about a cat stuck in a suitcase. The caller explained they had accidentally zipped their curious feline into the luggage and needed urgent assistance. Firefighters rushed to the scene, prepared for anything but this. As they carefully unzipped the suitcase, the cat sprang out, unharmed but clearly bewildered by its brief confinement. The incident left both the firefighters and the pet owner chuckling, a bizarre yet heartwarming reminder that not all emergencies are what they seem. Have you ever wondered what bizarre emergencies the fire brigade might encounter beyond the usual flames and smoke? One such peculiar incident occurred in London when a fire station received an unexpected call for help. The caller, a distressed woman, reported a mysterious burning sensation. Racing against time, firefighters rushed to her location, sirens blaring, only to discover that the emergency wasn't a blazing inferno but rather a heartbroken plea for solace. The woman had just gone through a devastating breakup and, in her emotional turmoil, dialed the fire brigade hoping for rescue from her pain. With compassion and understanding, the firefighters stayed with her, offering emotional support and even connecting her with a local counseling service. This poignant episode is a testament to the diverse and often unforeseen ways emergency services touch lives, showcasing their role not just in saving bodies but also in mending hearts. Have you ever wondered what kind of bizarre calls the fire brigade receives? Picture this: the crew once responded to a distress call from a frantic resident who claimed their fireplace was home to an inferno. When the firefighters arrived, they didn't find the expected roaring flames. Instead, they were greeted by the sight of a perfectly normal fireplace. Bewildered, they inquired further, only to learn that the caller had misinterpreted the situation. The supposed inferno was nothing more than a flaming log, burning as intended. The resident had simply never seen a log burn so vigorously before and thought it was out of control. Tension turned into relief and laughter as the firefighters reassured the resident and returned to the station, adding yet another quirky tale to their collection of strange yet real emergency calls. Have you ever wondered how a routine call can spiral into the bizarre? Picture this: it was a quiet evening when the fire brigade received a frantic call from a distressed homeowner claiming a fire-breathing dragon was terrorizing their front yard. Racing against time, sirens blaring, the team arrived only to find, much to their bewilderment, a large Halloween decoration, a dragon, animated by gusty winds and flickering LED lights. The smoke was merely a clever fog machine. As relieved giggles replaced panicked breaths, firefighters couldn't help but appreciate the creative scare. This wasn't the first odd call they'd answered, from rescuing cats that turned out to be stuffed toys to saving a drowning mannequin. The fire brigade's roster of strange requests never ceases to amaze. Have you ever wondered what kind of bizarre calls the fire brigade receives? One evening, the London Fire Brigade received an urgent call about a purportedly giant spider lurking in a resident's living room. With adrenaline pumping, the firefighters geared up and sped to the address, expecting to confront a dangerous, possibly venomous creature. They arrived, tools in hand, only to find themselves face to face with an unusually large, yet entirely harmless, tarantula named Fluffy. The homeowner, terrified by the sight of her own pet that had escaped its enclosure, had panicked and dialed 999. After a few chuckles and a gentle capture of Fluffy, the firefighters left the scene, recounting the tale of the pet tarantula that spooked an entire crew. This incident serves as a reminder that not every emergency call involves flames and smoke. Sometimes, it's the unexpected, quirky events that stick in memory. Have you ever wondered what strange situations firefighters get called to? Picture this: on a quiet summer evening, a frantic call about a firework explosion sent the fire brigade racing to what they believed was an emergency. Upon arrival, they discovered a backyard birthday party in disarray. The fireworks that were meant to be the night's grand finale had gone off prematurely, sending guests diving for cover and a cake flying off the table. The scene was chaotic but not catastrophic. As firefighters helped calm the shocked partygoers, one guest sheepishly admitted that they had mistaken the fuse length, leading to the unexpected pyrotechnic display. Amid the laughter and relief, the firefighters couldn't help but share their own stories of bizarre calls, from rescuing cats in the strangest places to extinguishing barbecue fires gone wild. It was a reminder that not all emergencies are life-threatening, but every call adds a chapter to the ever-unpredictable world of firefighting. Have you ever heard of a fire call that turned out to be a glow-in-the-dark attic? One night, the fire brigade received a frantic call about a ghost fire in the attic of a suburban home. The homeowner described eerie, flickering lights that seemed to dance in the darkness, casting ghostly shadows and filling the air with an inexplicable sense of dread. Firefighters rushed to the scene, expecting to battle unseen flames, only to discover an unexpected culprit: old, phosphorus-laden insulation that had absorbed enough light to glow eerily in the dark. The strange luminescence had fooled the homeowner into thinking their house was haunted by a spectral blaze. Despite the anticlimactic resolution, the bizarre incident left both the firefighters and the homeowner with a story that would be told for years, a reminder that not all fires are what they seem. Have you ever wondered about the most unusual calls firefighters receive? One peculiar incident stands out: the case of a 2018 emergency call in Victoria, Australia, where firefighters were dispatched to rescue a man trapped in a washing machine. The bizarre situation escalated when the man, participating in a game of hide-and-seek, chose the washing machine as his hiding spot. His clever plan turned catastrophic when he realized he couldn't free himself. The rescue operation required a combination of olive oil and extreme precision, as firefighters carefully lubricated the interior and maneuvered him out without causing injury. The incident was both humorous and concerning, highlighting the unpredictable nature of emergency services. This peculiar event serves as a testament to the diverse and often strange nature of the calls firefighters handle daily. Have you ever heard of a citizen dialing 999 to report a UFO sighting? One evening in 2013, the fire brigade in Hertfordshire, England, received an unusual call from a frantic individual who claimed to have spotted a UFO hovering above their house. The caller described bright, glowing lights and an eerie hum that filled the night sky, causing panic among the neighbors. As the fire brigade dispatched a crew to investigate, tension grew. Was this an alien encounter or something more terrestrial? Upon arriving at the scene, firefighters discovered the source of the mysterious lights, a cluster of Chinese lanterns released during a nearby wedding celebration. What initially seemed like a scene from a sci-fi thriller transformed into an unexpected and humorous resolution, leaving both the caller and firefighters with a story to tell.